Okay, I am back. It is now July 20th for me. It's been, I think, like a month and a half since I've recorded an episode like this episode, but good thing I don't have to post this for another, what, like 6 months at this point? 7 months? First, the dorm's connected to some kind of labyrinth, and now we're traveling to the past? What exactly is going on here, damn it? We actually went back to the past? In a way, this feels far more dangerous than the Dark Hour. Don't you think so too? I would agree. I'm just talking to everybody because I can't exactly remember what was going on. I can't understand what he's trying to convey as well as I did before. Koromaru-san is looking curiously beyond the path. Looks like this place really isn't connected to anywhere outside. It's just like the dorms. Whenever we try to leave, just some invisible force pushes us back. We'll push back harder. A door that leads to the past? Didn't your sister say that there are multiple of them too? I don't know, it's been a month and a half. Looks like we don't have to worry about supplies now. Didn't expect us to find a solution like this though. The abyss of time, huh? Didn't expect to end up here. Guess that solves the starved to death problem we had before though. Koromaru and I are finally back to exploring with you guys. Yes, you are. And last but least, Metis. So, that shady looking person, Kurosawa, you said? He's a shopkeeper? What kind of store does he run exactly? Okay, so what exactly are our options? Okay, this is for Persona's remembering skills. That's gearing up. The antiques is for crafting gear. Oh, so that's... I can't go play games. Oh no, it's the arcade. There seems to be a number of different games inside. No, I can't play video games in my video games. What am I supposed to do? Competition between pharmacies is heating up. I've got to make my store more unique or I'll be sunk. I'm doing my best to fill in the gaps, so drop by anytime to support my store. I don't know why you get a tutorial there. I definitely need some revival items and then also just random status recovery stuff. I feel like that's gonna be my main thing right now. I'll get a few of these. I'm not really worried about gearing up right now. That will come naturally as we explore the abyss. Do I want to? I guess I could. Oh, that's the wrong door. I should have treasures that I can sell, and that will patch things up. So you're with Kirija too, huh? I assume you've been filled in? I don't have much here, but take a look. Yes, I know how this works. Why are there tutorials here? It's so bizarre. I never liked that. I don't know why they do this. But what do I know? I'm not a game designer. So, obviously B-Blue is there for remembering Persona skills. You can gear up and sell stuff there. You can craft gear at the Antique store, and you can buy healing items at the pharmacy. Koromaru was looking over here. I don't think I can go. Yep, there's the barrier. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and head back through this fancy-ass abyss door and see where that leads us. Is it gonna lead us to the realm of something that's voice acted? I think so.
Huh? Is this? Oh, wow. I didn't think we'd emerge here instead of the Desert of Doors. But I guess it's not completely improbable, since this place seems to be fully connected to the Abyss of Time now. Maybe it was influenced by everyone thinking of making frequent supply trips. In any case, this will certainly make it easier to go back and forth.
Hello? Yo, little sis, what's with the holdup?
No way. Seriously?
Hey, keep it moving. The rest of us need to get through too.
Though we secured a means to acquire supplies, we remain trapped in the dorm. What awaits us further inside the labyrinth?
Nice.
That's right. Junpei and Koromaru have rejoined the party. Woof woof. I'd say that's mission accomplished, yeah? Nothing to it, just leave the exploring to us. But it was Aigis who found the supply route, not you. Yep, you sure did good, Junpei. Well, at least he's trying to stay positive. I thought I'd been doing all right, making sure my stamina doesn't get any worse, but I guess I thought wrong. Actual combat can't compare to working out at the gym, but that's just an excuse. Yeah, that sounds a lot different. The view outside the window looks normal, but I can't shake this weird feeling. I can't exactly put my finger on it. For all I know, it could just be my imagination. It looks like it'll take Kirijo-senpai a little more time to search for intel. I'm currently going through all the documents she's found so far, but it shouldn't take too long. There's a lot we have now, so I'm sure we'll find something. Woof. Still can't understand him, but he seems motivated, I think. Who would have thought that we'd be back at it again with this endless exploration? I'll just do what I do best. No slacking off for me. Don't want to cause any more trouble for our leader, Ai-chan. Yeah, you do you, Junpei. I wonder... Menace is here. Where is Yukari and Mitsuru? Truth be told, I think I'm actually starting to enjoy this exploring stuff. Isn't it rather fun, sister? You should ask the others, not just me. Oh, I'm sorry. I just don't know the others all that well, so it's hard for me to figure out what to say to them. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. We have a moon calendar here along with a lot of other blurry things. I can't remember if that was in the base game. I guess I could probably just go over and look, but I'm recording this now. Now that we can get Kurosawa-san, I guess we're good to go for the long haul. How long is this all gonna take? I don't know. It's a vending machine. I can buy Mad Bulls. Haha. Where is Mitsuru? Is she in the command room? I just want to talk to her. I don't really care too much else about anything that's going on in the dorm. No. Weird. Was she on the first floor? Did I just blank there? Interesting. Okay, well, into the abyss we go. Let's start exploring. I'll let the others know. I don't know why. It's not like they're going anywhere else right now.
I've been waiting for you.
Pardon me, could I have a moment of your time? Yes, you can. I apologize for asking you to come on such short notice.
Oh, embarrassing.
Oh, how rude of me. I seem to be distracted, despite requesting your presence in the first place. Now then, seeing as you have awakened to your new power and begun exploring, I have something of a proposal for you. I happen to have a certain matter on my mind, you see. However, it is a matter for which I have yet to find a solution. It has me feeling rather stumped, quite perplexed, positively discombobulated. Therefore, should you allow it, I would like to observe those newfound abilities of yours. I ask that you fulfill my request. I believe doing so would prove to be an adequate demonstration of your power. Naturally, you will be rewarded upon the completion of any tasks. Is that it? Well, that concludes the detailing of my proposal. I am very much looking forward to witnessing you utilize the fullest extent of your power. And yes, the requests are back. So, just as it was in the main game, well, she gives a Twilight Fragment off the bat. We can go over here, and we can see all of the available requests. And I will be doing all these. Go ahead and report on these. Go ahead and report on that. Is there going to be any unique dialogue? Or is this just going to be, hey, here's stuff. Okay. Oh, never mind. How are your persona abilities coming along? Fairly well, I hope. I've actually prepared a little assignment for you in which you'll have to fuse a persona. I do believe that the best way to deepen your understanding on a topic is with hands-on experience. It will be a tad challenging, but do give it a try. So we need a High Priestess, or we need Sarasvati with Agileo. And here's... let us start with a simple request. Please bring me this beverage you call muscle drink. It is not particularly rare commodity, so you should be able to find it and purchase it with ease. I believe that's actually in the vending machine that we just saw, so I'm gonna head back up. And since days aren't a thing in this, I can just kind of freely explore however I want. The requests are a little weird just because you do have like infinite amount of... it's actually not here. Really? Is it really not here? Oh, is it in Polonia? What was it again? It was a muscle drink, right? Is it the pharmacy? I'm not using a guide for episode Aigis because I can kind of do whatever I want. Oh, it is here. Okay. Let's go ahead and buy that. Just trying to get as many of these out of the way as I can. And sometimes they do reward you with Twilight fragments, which I do want to make sure I have enough of because those will be used for valuable things later on. Obviously, we've got the chests, the Twilight fragment chests that do make a return in episode Aigis, but there are some specific ones that do give you access to certain things throughout the course of the game. So I'm going to go ahead and report that. Oh, is that perhaps? I see you have obtained a muscle drink. It looks as delicious yet toxic as ever. One could say I have something of a history with it. Thank you for bringing me one. And we get 5 soul drops. Invigorate 2 skill card. Okay. Show Elizabeth Meteor Knuckles. How are my personas doing right now? It's been so long. What level am I? 31. Okay. Well, might as well do some persona fusion. And since I am here and I've got plenty of time to kill, I don't know how much of this I'm gonna cut out, but what I've decided I'm gonna do is instead of just meandering throughout the course of a video and not knowing what to talk about, what I'm going to do instead is I have a list of conversation starters. I just typed in conversation starters on Google, and I swear to God, is this going to be a fusion accident? I have a list of conversation starters. I just Googled it and picked the first result. And I'm going to go through these as I go through episode Aigis because I need things to talk about because nothing really happens in this game. That wasn't a fusion accident. Why did I get is this my first persona fusion in the game? Probably. I don't think I stopped at the Velvet Room during that first chunk of the Abyss. Why did it skip? Am I crazy? Oh, I am already losing it. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Growth 1? Sure. So, the first question that shows up here is something super basic that I feel like I don't divulge very much of on my YouTube channel in these videos because I like to keep my personal life relatively private, all things considered. But the first question is, tell me about yourself. And this is an interesting one because I want to talk about myself without revealing too much so that on the off chance that somebody does come across this channel who I know in real life, they can't really pinpoint who I am. I've only told a handful of people, most of them family members, about this, so I'm not too keen on all the details that I like to divulge, like I said. I think I'm gonna stay with, yeah, 6 is, I don't want to go any less than that. Do you have something to say? Oh, you appear to be harboring a new potential. The personas you've acquired are resonating with one another, elevating you to greater heights. And we get a new theurgy. Which one is this? Justice. It looks like, I'm guessing Power and Archangel, I believe, are the two that are on that theurgy. I don't remember off the top of my head. I actually haven't unlocked that yet in the main game? Is it in the main game? I don't know. I don't really know all that much about episode Aigis. I don't think it's all that great, but for the sake of doing this playthrough and completion and all that stuff, I feel like I kind of have to do it. So, with all that out of the way, I haven't even... I spent all that time yapping about the question and then didn't even get to it, but we do have 2 new party members. Why are you level 25? Junpei, I guess? I need to get them trained up. Well, looks like this is the door. Cocytus. Are you ready? I was born ready, Fuka. Okay, so we've talked a lot. We've done a lot of, I feel like a whole lot of nothing at this point. I'll try scanning ahead. I can sense strong enemies below. They're still far away, but please be careful. Wait. I'm getting another strange reading. Is it that dark figure? Somehow it feels like it's right in front of you, yet far away at the same time. I'm sorry, I can't pinpoint this other presence's location. I'm gonna try looking into this. Please concentrate on exploring for now. And welcome back into the Abyss. It's been probably 20 minutes for you, but it's been about a month and a half for me, and it's weird getting back into it. But anyway, tell me about yourself. So, a little bit about myself. I will not say my full name. I don't like doing that. I feel like I've made that abundantly clear. I guess I can reveal some things. I am 27 at the time of recording this episode, but when it gets posted, I will have turned 28. I've done a lot of stuff growing up. I did a lot of sports. I did a lot of music stuff, and I've been playing games for just about as long as all those different things. I had a Game Boy Color way back when. That was my first system. I think my cousin gave it to me. I think he's like 10 years older than me, and I kind of looked up to him as like a big brother type of deal almost. And he gave me a Game Boy Color and had a handful of games on it. I remember it having a Star Wars game, and I played the shit out of that, and eventually did get Pokemon Yellow, and loved that to death, but have since moved on to other things. Obviously, Persona has been a big one. Zelda's a big one. Xenoblade's a big one. I like Metroid games. So, got a lot of different interests, got a lot of different games that I like to play. I guess in real life, my biggest hobby, other than doing YouTube type stuff, is baking and cooking. I love baking and cooking. I'm big on breads. I've always made a lot of breads. It's something I kind of picked up from my mom. She made a lot of challah for people, which is it's a Jewish bread. It's very sweet, very fluffy. It's braided. It's a very pretty bread to look at. And I picked that up from her, and then eventually started making sourdough once I got a little bit older. And I've just kind of, I don't want to say it's spiraled, but it's just snowballed from there. I love baking and cooking. I love doing that for other people. So, for example, recently I had one of my coworkers over because he's like, let's go out to eat at some point. And I was like, yeah, how about you just come over here and like, I'll cook for the two of us. And he's like, oh, I can buy the ingredients. I was like, dude, I'm bored right now. Just let me cook for us. It'll be fine. Like, don't worry about it. I enjoy doing these types of things. So I made chicken parm. I made a garlic bread. So what I did, so obviously I like making breads, and I made the bread, and then for like the garlicky part, I don't know how to describe it. It was basically a compound butter. It was olive oil and roasted garlic and butter, obviously, and salt and some rosemary. I think that's all that was in it. But it was really good, so we did that, and then I made the chicken parm, and then for dessert, I made his creme brulee, and he's like, you are trying to steal me away from my wife right now. I was like, yeah, Mr. Steely Old Man. But I love doing that for people. I made tacos from my mom recently. She came up and visited me actually not to visit me. She just happened to come to my city for something else and stayed the night with me before heading back home. And we get Sylphid Aura back for Fuka. And I basically made a taco bar for us, I guess. And she really liked it. She said it was super good. Granted, it's my mom, so I don't want to say she is a biased news source, but she's kind of biased. But yeah, that's a big thing that I really like doing. Right now, I do like working out. That is something I'm trying to stay not fat. I was in significantly better shape in college than I am right now, which is, it's how it goes. It's unfortunate. You're actually weak to Pierce. I'm kind of surprised. It's how it goes. It's sad because I know I'll most likely never be in that good of shape as ever again in my life as I was in college, but you know, you can't win them all. What else about me? Oh, I picked up ice skating like 8 months ago, last winter. So during the winter holidays, I was so bored. I didn't have anything to do in my apartment, and I just Googled things to do near me. And like, it was just an entire page of like ice skating. I was like, I guess I'm going ice skating. And I ended up really liking it. I wasn't really expecting it. I had ice skated like once at that point since I was like, I don't know, 8 or something, and was horrible at it. But it was just kind of a nice challenge. much more like lateral movement that I'm used to. I've mentioned that I've ran and swam, so like those two sports are very, you move forward. If you don't move forward, you're doing something wrong. So I wasn't really used to that. But I really enjoyed it. I bought my own pair of skates and nice pair of hockey skates and just kind of do my own thing now. And I gotta figure out what you guys are weak to. You're weak to electric, so I feel like that's enough about me that I have divulged. I feel like I don't talk about myself very much, so if you have made it this far into this video, this is your gift. You get to know a little bit more about me. I really doubt there are gonna be too many people this far into the video because it's gonna be a long one, but that's okay. I didn't do this to have people watch it. I did it just because I thought it would be a fun little project, and that's kind of how this whole channel got started. So, number 2 on this question list is, have you done anything exciting lately? Not super exciting. It's so obviously it's summer for me. I didn't go anywhere this summer. I didn't have any big travel plans or anything. I don't typically do that. I don't like traveling super much. But I guess the biggest thing is that I joined a pickleball league with one of my coworkers, and she asked me, she's like, hey, I'm gonna be bored this summer. Do you want to like play pickleball with me? I was like, sure. And so I haven't played since high school. I had like a unit in my gym class on pickleball. It was like a lifetime sports class. We just played games the whole semester. It was great. But she's been really helpful for me at my new job, and she's a really great friend and a great coworker and a great mentor, but she's not athletic at all, and she's not good at pickleball, and she's also been really flaky on all of our games this entire season. So we've played 6 games over the course of about 2 months, and she has missed half of them. She's missed half of the games. So I have 2v1'd half of the games that we've played, and I've won all of the times where she wasn't here. So we are 2-1 when she is present, and I am 3-0 when she is not here. So she is literally just a pickleball burden on me. But I would say that is that's probably the most exciting thing that I've done recently. Is I've done pickleball. I like pickleball. I played a lot of ping pong with my dad growing up in the garage. There's significantly less swearing when I'm in a public place than when I was playing in my garage with my dad, but it does transfer over very well. I also played tennis really casually with like some friends in middle school. Nothing even remotely competitive, but like on Saturdays we'd go to a park and play tennis for like 4 or 5 hours in the in the very hot sun. But you know, anything where I can kind of get out and exercise I'm gonna be okay with that for the most part. I'm not a nature person. I'm very much a city boy. I don't do well like with trails or hiking or things like that. I like more. Hey, we get the Fool. I like more like well-defined competitive sports. I've always been that way. My family's been that. Excuse me. My family's been that way for ever and ever and ever. Like for example, I was always like competing with stuff with my big sister growing up. You know how it goes, and that does kind of a lot of damage. But you are weak to beers, so haha. But I guess I have been enjoying making these YouTube videos. At this point, in the main game, so what is it, July 20th? At this point in the main game, we just got to the beach trip, which was a ton of fun to record, but I also did... Are you weak to that? You are weak to that. Please have mercy. But at this point in the series, I actually recorded way in advance just because I had a lot of extra time on my hands and felt that it was probably the best thing to do, as opposed to trying to... As opposed to just sticking with the usual being about a week or 2 ahead. Oh my god, Ken, you're killing me, bud. But as much as I try to stay at least close, it is a nice feeling to have like a good bank of videos saved up. Like, I'm about a month ahead on my main channel and on this channel. So that's a really nice feeling to where if something comes up, if I get sick, I really don't have to worry about anything. I can just relax and take it slow and take it easy. Oh, I've only got 2 Twilight Fragments. Or I have only 7. I'm gonna pass on these. I will say, if you're following this along, for whatever reason, I don't know why you would need a guide for episode Aigis. There's not really too much that's hidden or anything. Twilight Fragments are gonna be important towards the end of each. What are they called? Are they called blocks like they are in Tartarus? I can't remember. But they're important through each chunk of the Abyss. So just be aware of that. You don't want to be spending them willy-nilly like we would in Tartarus early on. It's not like base game where you start with like 50 Twilight Fragments from picking a bunch up and doing all these different things. So just be cognizant of that. You don't want to fall into that trap. I guess I can go on to the next question. My phone went to sleep. Number 3, what made you smile today? Oh, biggest thing that made me smile today, probably my cats. So my old cat, I had to put her down a couple months ago. She was just old. I adopted her during COVID, and they said she was 8. I don't think she was 8. I think she was older than that, but she was just old, and she had fallen apart. It was her time. She didn't have much time left anyway. Probably no more than a week at most when I finally put her down. But I've always had pets in my life. The only time I didn't have a pet was from when I went to college to adopting that first cat. Her name was Sadie. And I didn't even make it a week before adopting those 2 kittens. I don't know how old they would be now, but they'd probably be in the neighborhood of about a little less than a year old once this video comes out. Yeah. So it was such an awful week because like I wanted to leave work because I was sad, but I didn't want to come home because I didn't have a cat to greet me. And like I'm not even somebody who's like, I'm a cat person, I need a cat. Like I just like pets. I had dogs and cats and fish, and I had birds at some point growing up. I had a pet rock named for a little bit, like in elementary school, I think. Like, I'm a pet person. That's how my family is for the most part. It's just something that I need. And that, like, 5 or 6 days without a pet was just so sad. I kind of had an idea of, like, I kind of want to get a pair of kittens. So I love big dogs, like German Shepherds or Golden Retrievers or Labs. I live in an apartment, and it's just not big enough for a big dog. I would feel bad for having them here. Even though I could, like, technically do it. But I would want them to have a big yard so they could run around. But I was like, well, I'm in an apartment. I need a pet. I was like, I've never had kittens before. I was like, I think I'm going to get a pair of kittens so that they can keep each other occupied. And when I'm not home, they can always run around and play with each other and all that sort of stuff.
How are you doing?
How are you doing? I guess it seems like you've gotten used to being the leader. In fact, everyone seems more assured now. It's nice for me because I can relax and focus on navigating. Let's both keep our wits about us, and we'll make it through this. Sound good? Yes, it does, Fuka. So, I was, like, looking around, and like I said, I was just kind of sad, so I did find, like, a few cat cafes where I live. I was like, okay, I want to go check these out, because not only have I never been at one, I'm also depressed, and I want to go see some kitties. And it was so much fun. And then one day after work, kind of spur of the moment, I was like, okay, I'll go to this animal shelter, see if they have any kittens, because like I want to know what cats I want. Because I'll probably get a cat in like a week or 2 once things have quieted down a little bit. And I went to, it was basically just rebranded animal control, and it was the most depressing building I have ever been in my entire life. Like, no windows. Obviously, like, the cages were super crowded and everything. It was like, they were like way over capacity, like way too many animals there. I walked in, I went down a hallway. There was a dog pissing in the middle of the hallway. I was like, okay, this is terrible. And I found these 2 little kittens, and I was just like, give me these 2. I am saving these from the kitty concentration camp. And that's what I did. So I saved them from the kitty concentration camp. I didn't have a carrier with me. They gave me like a cardboard box with holes in it to take them home, even though I have a carrier. I actually have 2 carriers somehow. That's unfortunate. Please don't be weak. No, please don't combo this. Theurgy. Oh, I don't have access to my second Theurgies. What the shit, game? Forgot about that. So I saved my 2 little kitties from the kitty concentration camp. Oh, this is a really bad fight for my party comp right now. I think I am gonna burn my Oracle here. I don't think I haven't used any Theurgies yet, right? I haven't used any Theurgies yet since hitting the record button today. Okay, that's not really what I wanted. What does Ken have right now? Severe light damage. I'm assuming you guys are... Oh, I don't have a healing skill on him. I'm assuming you're weak to light. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that worked out really well. But yeah, those 2 have made the past few months really fun. I do enjoy having them around. They're cute. They are 2 little orange dudes. They can be psycho at times, but they're also definitely the 2 most affectionate cats I've ever had in my life. Like, they freaking love me, and I love it. I am a little worried, because they like to chew on wires, and obviously as somebody who has a lot of very expensive electronics, I'm worried at some point that they are going to break something really expensive. I don't know what it is, but I have a bad feeling that's gonna happen. One of them has already chewed through a headset. Granted, it was like a cheap $15 headset that I got off Amazon like 8 years ago, so, you know, kind of got my money's worth on that one, but it's also just like, please don't, like, chew through like an HDMI cable or like an AC adapter or like a power supply cable. Like, that is not the thing to chew on. And obviously I have toys everywhere and they like their toys for the most part, but I'm terrified of them messing something up that they shouldn't be getting into. What do I want to do here? I don't want to have a persona out that's... Why do I have so many personas that are weak to dark? Okay, I'm just gonna Hama you. I think that's probably the best play. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a big summer person. I'm too pale for that, so I get sunburned easily. I've had to run earlier than I normally do in the morning. Ooh. I normally run in the afternoons, but I've been running in the mornings just to not die of heat right now. When do you get a healing skill? Why do you not have any right now? But yeah. Is that the... Yes. I don't think I'm gonna go back. I think I'm okay. I should probably be heading back. And at least saving. That's probably not the smartest move. Oh, but I will figure this out if I die. Didn't I die, like, really early on in the very first part of this? I think I did, and then had to, like, retread through, like, half an hour's worth of the Abyss. But whatever. So the next question on this list is, how did you meet the host? I'm guessing this is meant to be done during, like, I don't know, get-togethers. So I'm just gonna skip that question. Next one is, what's your favorite form of social media? I feel like this is kind of obvious given I have a YouTube channel. My favorite social media why'd you crit Aigis? My favorite social media platform is in fact YouTube. I would say I spend the most amount of time on YouTube. I also use Reddit, but that's honestly it. I have Facebook, I have Snapchat. I don't use them. I just have Facebook because sometimes old people. Wait, why do I not get? Where's my auto attack? I'm so confused. Okay, whatever. I should have just Magaru'd. I use YouTube the most. It's my favorite. And then next, I would say is Reddit. I don't know. It's my preferred platform to just browse stuff. I have Snapchat. The only person who Snapchats me is my sister, and we just send each other pictures of our pets. She's got a couple dogs. She's got 2 golden retrievers and a cat. And I have, obviously, my 2 little kitty cats, who are probably big boys now, but we're just gonna move on from that. I did have Twitter for a while, but I had a point. I don't remember exactly when it was off the top of my head, but I basically not only cleaned out my phone contacts, but basically deleted a ton of social media just because I was like, I'm not really using this, and I feel like it's just better to get off of it as much as you can. So yeah, I like YouTube. I've been on YouTube in some extent for like since middle school. I mean, obviously growing up with the internet and kind of growing up as YouTube gets popular, you watch stuff growing up, and then that kind of, I don't know, molds your taste in content that you like to consume. And I kind of like my taste in videos do shift as I like go along. You know, sometimes I like watching Let's Plays of random things. Sometimes, obviously, I like watching cooking videos and stuff. Sometimes I like watching videos on like game design, like Game Maker's Toolkit is a really cool channel. Sometimes I like more entertainment stuff, like Alpharad. I've talked about him a lot. I like his Among Us videos even all these years later. Jaden Animations, those two kind of go hand in hand together. But yeah, those I can just guard rear. And then Reddit, I don't know. We all have basically our own social media app where we just kind of, I don't want to say doom scroll, but like an easy place to just turn your brain off and consume in a sense. And I don't have Instagram, I don't have TikTok, so Reddit it is. It's also the place for people who are perpetually online. Oh god. Next one. I'm gonna get some flack for this. I know I am. The next question on here is, what was the last good book you read? I don't read. I think reading is a very good thing. I think books are wonderful, and everybody should at least try reading things, and if they enjoy it, that's awesome, and if they don't, they don't. I have learned that I just don't really enjoy reading all that much, and I have no issue with not reading. I can read. I feel like I am very literate, and I feel like when I'm not rambling on camera, like on my other channel when I script things out, I feel like I'm pretty articulate. I just don't, I don't know why. I just never could really find myself books, whether it's a novel or like nonfiction or whatever, that I just enjoy. It's something that I kind of always struggled with. English was by far my worst subject. I was good at literally everything else. Could you hold on a moment, Aigis? I'm picking up readings that one of those doors we found in Tartarus is here on this floor. It's not quite the exact same reading, but would you mind looking out for it while you're investigating the area? Okay, so we're looking for a door. Yeah, like English was my worst subject. I was good at math, I was good at science, I was good at history, and even like writing, I felt like I was pretty good at. I feel like I'm a good writer. but I could just, reading comprehension was something, like, I understood what all the words meant, but in terms of, like, symbolism and metaphors and all those different things, I just could never wrap my head around. And it's so weird, because I play games like Persona, which is so symbolism heavy, and with so many deep and complex themes, and then I just don't understand it when it's words on a page. But when it's words on a screen or whatever, I don't understand it. I really don't. And I've always been that way. And I get flack for that. I had my girlfriend in college kept trying over and over and over and over to get me to read something because she was a big reader, and I just never did. Like I said, I don't know why. I'm gonna throw out this Justice. I don't think I've actually seen it. Yeah, okay, so it is Power and Archangel. Is this new for episode Aigis? I don't really know, but I got the double crit, so that's all that matters. I don't think there are any new Theurgies. I only have two Theurgies unlocked in the base game, but with that, I'm gonna recover everybody's HP just because I know I've been using physical skills. I should really be using my Theurgies more often. I don't like pulling the trigger on them in just normal battles because I like saving them for the gatekeepers or whatever they're called in the Abyss. And I guess coming up we'll see what this door is all about. The reading I was telling you about before, it's close. Yeah, the Monad doors are back, but you can see there are 3. We'll need to investigate further. Please try getting a little bit closer. Ah. 3 doors. I wonder where they lead. I'm detecting shadows behind each door. Starting from the left and going right, the shadow readings get stronger, but I'm picking up treasure chests with similar signals too. So the leftmost one is the least dangerous but has the smallest reward, and the rightmost one is the riskiest with the greatest reward. Where to begin investigating is up to you, but be sure to consider your current condition before entering. Okay, so yes. Well, defeating them will give you a special shuffle time where Major Arcana cards are more likely to appear, but I've already got my 2. So left is the weakest enemy but the least amount of rewards. Right is the strongest enemy with the best rewards, and middle is the middle. And you also get this floor layout revealed and the next floor once you beat it. Once the door appears, that's it. All party members at full health. Okay, since it has been a while since I have been to save, since I have saved and been back to the entrance, I am going to go with the weakest one. I don't want to play with fire. I know I'm not super strong right now. I'm also going to throw out a Sylphid Aura, just in case, as I really like to not mess around. I'll go ahead and equip my highest level persona, which is Eligor in this case, and let's go to battle.
All right.
Well then, time to do this. But yeah, like I was saying, okay, good start. Like I said, I don't like reading, which is, I'm definitely the oddball. I feel like a lot of people now like to read, or maybe they're just more vocal now than they have been in the past. But I think that reading is a very good thing. It's just not for me. I'm gonna guess this guy is weak to dark skills. I hope I have like Aha or something. Do I have an Aha gem? Alright, Sonic Punch. Maybe I can get a crit. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, I can live with that. I'm gonna go with the Arrow Rain, I guess? I don't know. Next one. Number 7 is, do you listen to any podcasts and which is your favorite? I do not listen to podcasts. I feel like those are things that I would enjoy for the most part. Like, let's say I'm in a long car ride or something or whatever. I will typically just find a super long YouTube video, going off of YouTube being my preferred social media platform. I'll just look at like a really long YouTube video and like a super in-depth analysis of some random game that I haven't played in 10 years. And we'll throw that on and we'll just listen to people's thoughts. Like I remember watching, I forgot the name of who made it, but it was like I Hate Tears of the Kingdom, and it was a good video. It was like 3 hours long, and it was obviously about why this person didn't like Tears of the Kingdom, which I mean, I personally like Tears of the Kingdom. I thought it was a really fun game, but I can totally understand like their viewpoint, and I think that's an interesting thing. Oh, that just has my health, right? I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah. Okay, we're good then. Wait, you're probably weak to light because you've got dark skills, right? Maybe that would make sense. That doesn't make sense apparently. What do I know? I'm gonna get the crit, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's typically my version of podcast. I like listening to people's thoughts on games or movies or whatever, but I don't have any podcasts that I like watching. Like, I definitely don't watch like Joe Rogan or anything. Although my sister has said that I would probably enjoy not Joe Rogan, but just podcasts in general, which I would agree with. But we can go on to the end of this door, and we can see that even though this is the easy one, we still get a lot of chests. So the difference between these it's the quality of the rewards. So like the harder Blade of Sorrow, that goes on Koromaru. So the harder dungeon or the harder Monad door gives you higher quality rewards. It still gives you a lot, don't get me wrong, but those rewards are rare. So yeah, no podcast. Next question is, what do you think is the best show on Netflix right now? Oh, best show on Netflix. I'm gonna go grab that chest and also teleport back to the entrance and maybe grab some different party members because Yukari and Ken are extremely low on SP right now despite not being super far into this run. We're only 6 floors in. So I just recently finished Squid Game Season 3. Because I was like a month behind. I didn't realize it came out, and then I Googled it one day, and it's like, hey, it's been out for a month. I was like, oh, well, shit. So then I watched it in the span of like 3 days. I guess it's only 6 episodes, so that's not too insane for the most part, I feel like. So I watched Squid Game Season 3, and I was like, damn, that was really good. Like, I really liked the ending. That was awesome. And then I went online, and it's like, Rotten Tomatoes 60%, ending sucks, terrible ending to the series. I was like, well, I know nothing about this, but I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed season 1, obviously if I watched the other 2 seasons. I know some people were not super happy with season 3 or season 2 being like just set up for season 3. I didn't have an issue with that. I thought that was fine. That's kind of what happens when you get into trilogy sort of things. Oh, right, I have Metis. Does anybody have any healing skills? I hope Akihiko does. Stats? Persona? You at least have Dia. I can live with that. But I am going to save because look at all these empty save slots. Because it has been a while since I started recording. Go to the deepest floor. But I really like Squid Game. I didn't have an issue with season 2 being like mostly set up. I thought that the characters in season 2 and 3 were all really good. Like you had, oh, the layout changes when I come back. I definitely want to go find the Golden Hand. I don't really want to fight any of the other shadows, so I think I'm just gonna avoid them as best I can. Go full on Solid Snake and try to sneak around them as best as I can. The good thing is that whenever you get to a chest and open it, it despawns all the shadows around you. So if you're ever in a situation where you're running away from shadows, do that. I try to fight all the shadows whenever I run through a floor once, but then after that, I just kind of do whatever I want. But, I mean, it's up to you. It's Tartarus. I mean, it's not technically Tartarus. It's the Abyss of Time. But it's, for all intents and purposes, it's Tartarus. And I have no idea what this thing is weak to. So we get to play the... Can I please hit it? Please don't miss. Fuck it! We're nuking it! Anyway, so yeah, I like Squid Game Season 3. I've talked about this show at least a couple times on this channel. I love Violet Evergarden. It's an anime. It's really that did like no damage. It is an anime, so if you don't like anime, okay, whatever. I don't have an issue with that, but it is very good. It is very emotional. It is a very slow burn. Like, why can I not hit this thing? It takes like 3... Bro, what is going on? Why is it the random attack hits? I just wasted Metasys Theurgy. Okay, well. Anyway, Violet Evergarden. I love that show. It is incredibly emotional. It is an incredibly slow burn. If you're wanting to get an action-packed, turn your brain off show, Violet Evergarden is not the show for you. It is very emotional. It is a very... Ooh, we're getting closer to a strong presence. It's not much farther now. Be careful. I've also never cried. Oh, this is a big floor. I've also never cried from a show as much as I did in that one. If you have seen episode 10, you know what I'm talking about. It is one of the most heartbreaking things I have ever experienced in my life, and it is drawn people one frame at a time. I don't really want to deal with these shadows. But I want to get those chests. Where are the stairs? Oh, right. We go down in the abyss. I'm just going to go to the next floor. I don't often skip floors in Tartarus runs or...
What's that? It just went down a floor. I know I've sensed it before.
Like I was saying, I don't often skip floors. I guess I don't know at this point because I haven't finished Reload in real time. Oh! Is there a gatekeeper here? Okay, I'm gonna use a teleporter. I'm assuming there's a gatekeeper coming up. It's been a while since I last recorded, so I don't really remember how the Abyss works all that much. This is also... no, I know less about P4 than I do P3, but I definitely know the most about Persona 5 and how all that stuff works, but... Yeah, I'm definitely not the most knowledgeable person. Why can't I just... Okay, whatever. I'm definitely not the most knowledgeable person about this series because I want to say, relatively new to it, only about... Well, I guess at this point, I've been playing it like nonstop for the last 3 years. But I'm guessing we have a gatekeeper, so let's head on down and fight it out. We've got table.
A shadow! Wait, and over there! Oh, it disappeared again. Oh, never mind that. Just focus on the enemy in front of you. Here it comes!
We'll win, sister.
So, like I was saying, we have table, we have goop man, and we have big hand, master hand, if you will. I'm gonna go ahead and burn the Theurgy on this because why wouldn't we? And I'm actually gonna double check how many floors we have here for this chunk because I want to know how much I need to pace myself out because I don't exactly get a lot of chances to like catch my breath or like catch my breath or like take a sip of water. Like I took a sip of water when when what's her face Vuka was talking because that you guys actually don't take a ton of damage. That's really unfortunate. Okay. I'm guessing the table like absorbs this and then somebody else is weak to fire because that would make sense. No, you only resist it. Okay. It looks like this is gonna be a fight where they don't take a ton of damage from skills, but they'll probably take a lot of damage from odd attacks. I definitely need to upgrade my gear. Where's my Bufu? Okay, my Bufu is good enough for me. Oh, please be weak to ice. Okay. I can deal with that, I think. How many floors are in this chunk? Does this? I just want to know how many floors there are. I just want to know how many floors there are. Oh my god, Google, come on. I really don't want to click on IGN. I didn't even see how much damage that all-out attack did. Oh, that's bad. Have mercy. Have mercy. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Is this gonna be a restart on this fight? It probably will. Why? Why? You took no damage from anything. Do I knock down and then res? I think I'm okay. We'll be okay. So it looks like, okay. Looks like it's 15 floors, maybe. Oh, I can't baton pass over to, It's fine, that's fine, it's fine. It looks like there's only 15 floors in this chunk, so we are about halfway through. I might be able to do this all in one sitting. It will be a little tricky. Probably take a couple hours. Who's next? Okay, I'm gonna heal on Aigis so that I can get the all-out attack with Akihiko. That does mean he'll probably go down this next turn because he is half health and he is weak to Mabufu, but I think that'll be okay. If I could get somebody else's Theurgy charged up, I guess Aigis is probably the first option. Please have mercy. Okay, that's okay. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. Is the enemy next? The enemy's probably next. Yeah. Okay, so I do need to get an all-out attack here, just to make sure. I really need better skills. I really, really, really need better skills. But anyway, with all that stuff out of the way, I guess I can keep going on this question list. Do I have just a normal Bufu, like Bufula? Yes, I do. That's probably the better option here. Next one is, have you been on any interesting trips lately? I have not. I think I've mentioned this today. I'm not a really big traveler. I'm not a fan of... I don't mind once I'm there being there, but I don't like the act of traveling. However, I guess I do have one big one coming up. I'm going to Maine in a few months here because my sister is getting married. So I am, in fact... Where's my... Okay, why is the disc poison all the way down here? So my sister's getting married soon, so I'm going to make the flight up there to go to her wedding because I try my best to be a half-decent brother when I can. I've never been to Maine. That's where her fiance is from, and the rest of his family. So, yeah, that'll be a good one. I'm sure there's gonna be tons of good food because both of them. Akihiko's down. Okay, he's next though. I guess I vacuum slash. That's probably the best option. I forgot that he was down, and I can't not baton pass. Man, it's been so long since I played P5, and I'm still saying the wrong names for stuff. I don't know why they changed the names of the systems from game to game. Like, why are they social links in P4 and P3, and then you jump to P5, and now all of a sudden they're confidants? Why is it baton pass and then shift? Like, just be consistent with your naming, Atlas. Come on. And there's probably a different name for it in Metaphor. I can't remember it off the top of my head. It's probably shift. But anyway, yeah, trips. I'm going to my sister's wedding soon. I'm excited for her. They're a good pair, and I don't think other than that I've really got any big trips or anything planned. Oh! Please don't kill. Oh my god. I feel like I have to Theurgy here. I was not ready for Megiddo there. Yeesh. Please kill. Okay. The crit, I don't think the crit mattered, but yeesh. Okay. Screw our hands back on. We get the Magician Major Arcana has been added to Shuffle Time. We also get custom parts. Okay, I don't know what custom parts is, but we are level 39. Fuka is level 39. We get some extra stuff. This Take Minakata gets Zyonga for some reason. Single target boost, awesome. Everybody's getting skills. Everybody's getting skills. My God. Okay. Okay. Everybody has growth 1 apparently. Did I just get a million of those skill cards and forget about it? All right. This is some smooth sailing. Feels like things are going pretty good so far. Yeah. I was a little worried before we joined you guys, but it seems like things are going a-okay.
Is that right?
Aigis has it together way more than you do. I was honestly really worried about you and Koromaru. We totally had things together, thank you very much. We tried really, really hard to do a good job. I'm kidding. I know we can count on you to make things happen. Sister, do those two dislike each other? Nah. If you don't bully your friends, are you really friends? They don't seem like it. The connection we have runs deep, you know? Take it from me. I'm a pretty deep guy. Nope, I still don't get it.
No.
That's alright. It's between us anyway. Sorry, Metis. Shadow dropped some sort of object. I'm not sure what it is. Could you show me that back at the dorm? I'd like to take a closer look. I'm not completely sure yet, but I get the feeling it might be useful. Thanks, Aigis. Okay, oh.
This looks like it's worth opening.
Yes, we've got a lot of Twilight Fragment chests, so I'm gonna open all of these. Door number 1, Martial Arts 101. Interesting name for an item. Chest number 2. Meteor Knuckles, we need that for a request, so we'll go ahead and put that on Akihiko, and then also talk to Elizabeth. So that's good. Chest number 3 is Slugger's Jacket. I feel like we have to give that to Junpei, all things considered. And then this one, wait for it. Best Bouts DVD. I feel like this is, what's the word? I forgot what, it's like targeting somebody. This all seems like Akihiko stuff. What's over here? Is this a teleporter or something? Okay. I'm assuming this is, yeah, this is to go back to the desert. So let's go ahead and back. Fuga said she wanted to talk about something, so we can head over there and have a little chit chat with her. What's up?
Oh, hi.
What you found during your exploration. I'd like to have a closer look at it over the dorm. Could you give me some time once we're back? Thanks. I guess we can talk to Elizabeth while we are here. We get 5 Twilight Fragments. That's nice because we just spent a bunch. Oh, I can report on a lot of these. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Moon Tarot. What does that one do? Oh, that's nice. And then Meteor Knuckles. We get a Mipatra skill card. Let's go ahead and accept these. And then that looks like everything. I'll go ahead and do some fusion whilst I'm here. Number 10. Number 10. What do you think has been the best movie of the year so far? I don't go to the movies very much. I'm not sure. I should probably do reverse search, Orthrus. Actually, I take that back. I'll fuse the 2 Takes together, and that also does help me because that means we get, what is it called? We get these damn darkness skills, which we were severely lacking there for a little bit. So we grab Loa, and I'm just now realizing that the hope of maybe finishing this in 1 sitting is probably not going to happen because I really, really, really have to go to the bathroom now. But the Velvet Room calls my name, so the Velvet Room is what we're going to do right now. Growth, Fatal End, I don't know, Sukukaja, I guess? At least I don't have to do this whole look up a fusion calculator and try to get all the personas on my list in 1 sitting because that gets really old really quickly. But there is Satanta, and then I guess, I don't know. I'll keep going on questions because that seems like the fun thing to do. All my personas are super low level. That's probably why I suck right now. But the next question is, what song do you wish you could put on right now? I personally love Billy Joel. That's something that I got from my mom. She loves him as well. I think my favorite song by him is Vienna. It's a really nice song. It's not super long, which I need Sarasvati with something. What was it? I forgot what it was. But I might just use this as a way to pass down good skills for physical attackers. And I can always come back and refuse Sarasvati later. I'll probably do that once I'm filling out requests and things. But that's probably...
Shall we take a look?
I'll use this Saki Mitama. These are... Oh, crap. 1, 2, 3... I guess there is Sarasvati in that? Yep. I was wondering where those good physical skills came from. Or the Saki Mitama. I think that's what I said. But that's probably enough fusion for right now. I am running out of personas. So I am, in fact, going to go to the bathroom because that load kind of hit me like a freight train coming out of nowhere. So I will be right back. Okay, I have returned. I am back. What do I want to do here? I'm tempted to go back up here. So how this works is I can just go back, return to the dorm, and excuse me, Aigis, would it be okay if I got a closer look at the parts you found while exploring it? Yes, that's okay.
Perhaps.
It's just as I speculated. These parts can be equipped to Aigis' framework. This new base material is much lighter than her current hardwares. It also has different thermal properties and structural durability. English. English, Doc. Hey, Aigis. I think these parts will allow you to do things that would have been impossible before. Would you like me to install them? I'd understand if you were hesitant, though. Go for it, Fuka. I mean, worst case scenario, you Fook me up and we just put the old parts back on. You can count on me. Alright then, this would also be a good time to do some maintenance, so why don't we head to your room? And... Fuka-san installed the new parts? We do get a view of the room. I adjusted your mobility unit and power output to improve overall stability. Now you should have a wider range of movement. That'll make transitioning from running to attacking smoother, which should be more energy efficient. Yes, we can now ambush. This is very similar to how it works in the base game. When you run, you get the little blue sparkles. Like right there. You get the good ambush. It also slightly increases Aigis' theurgy gauge and may also inflict distress on the enemies. So, what do you think? Well, I have to test it out first. I haven't used it yet. As we see boxes and boxes of bullets strewn across the ground. I'm glad you like it. Just let me know if you find any more parts. Then I can install them for you. Okay. Well, that was nice. Oh, shiny. I wasn't ready for that. Do I want to do these things now? Why not? Let's talk to Junpei. Oh, Ai-chan, you free at all? Want to do something fun? Check out this Best Bouts DVD. Let's see if we can learn a thing or two from what we found in the Abyss. Yes, so those items that we picked up from, I believe, after the Gatekeeper, are they called Gatekeepers in episode, I guess? From the mini-boss fights, basically unlock hangouts for us. These discoveries can be helpful in battle, so they always are going to be good to pick up. So let's spend some time with Junpei. That's the spirit. And unfortunately, these aren't voice acted. I don't know. I mean, I guess I know why, because of money. But I'm really disappointed that none of these are voice acted. But damn, these fights got me on the edge of my seat. Don't see much I could use in actual battle, though. Yeah, you don't often fist fight shadows. Unless you're Akihiko, I guess. Also, why the heck would you guard and run from the opponent here? Makes zero sense. Yo, perfect timing, Sanada-san. Mind if I pick your brain a bit? I see. So you're wondering why this guy didn't just follow up with another attack instead. I mean, look, his opponent's pretty much cornered, right? Don't get why you just back off after that.
Not bad.
Well, I don't think it's a bad tactic at all. Seems obvious enough to me that he's getting baited. He's letting himself get hit on purpose, probably because he's setting a trap. What would you do here, Aigis? Would you still charge ahead, fist flying, when you know it's a trap? Probably not when you put it that way.
Impressive.
Yeah, guess we're on the same page then. Seriously, you guys? Come on, the answer's obvious. Go in guns a-blazing. After all, your best defense is a good offense. You just gotta turn the tables and all that jazz. Junpei, you're gonna get yourself killed one of these days with that thinking. What if you meet your match one day? You've gotta be realistic. Well, yeah, but it's just... Going in for a one-hit KO is one heck of a power move. Don't you agree, Aichan? I mean, yes, but also I would like to stay living. Really? Personally, I think an ultimate attack is one thing every good hero needs in their arsenal. Well, if that's how you really feel, then you better work hard and see it through. Not like there's only one way to get stronger, you're just walking a different path from some of us, that's all. Sonata-san? Junpei-san appears to have overcome an internal struggle. And by doing these, we re-unlock their characteristics from the base game, because in the 2 months of not fighting, they already forgot them. Anyway, show me where your path to strength takes you, Junpei, in our next battle. The slow head turn. I just wanted to talk about killer moves and ultimate attacks, though. That's fine. Okay, so I don't think I've actually ever done this on camera, but I figure this video is gonna be long as hell anyway. I do want to just double check that I've got all my settings in OBS right. Yes, okay, we're good, because I'm always, because I've done this before where my settings aren't quite right and I lose a lot of footage, and I don't want to have to do that for episode Aigis, so we're all good. But Akihiko, like, because he didn't get enough of us just right now. You free right now? I was hoping you could talk about the book we found. You know, Martial Arts 101. Yes, we will spend time with him, might as well. Thanks, Amada's been reading it, and he's got some questions. Figured it'd be a good idea for him to get some pointers from people with different fighting styles. Let's head on over.
Thank you.
I'm starting to get it now, this sure is helpful. I never thought much about why you do certain exercises or regimens, or anything like that, really. You should. It's important to know where your muscles are located and how they work together.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for demonstrating, Aigis. That made everything so much easier to understand. You are welcome. I don't have muscles. I am robot. Anything else you're curious about? I'm all ears, ask away. Well, yeah, kind of, but it's fine, really. It's not a big deal or anything. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If there's anything you want to hear, want to know, let's hear it. It's about what the book said at the end. The never give up no matter what and press forward in the face of failure bit. Isn't that more about developing mental fortitude than actual strength? Failing means not getting results, right?
Let me think.
Yeah, you got a point there. However, regular training improves more than just your physical strength. I guess, do you know what I'm getting at? It boosts your guts. Gotta get those social stats up.
No, that's...
I mean, you're not wrong, but that might be a bit hard for a motto to understand. You're close though. I'm talking about that feeling you get when you conquer a milestone, that boost in confidence.
I think.
And that confidence you build will see you through any hardship yet to come. You'll believe that you can pull through, that there's nothing you can lose to after you've endured. Wow, really think so?
Oh, right.
The real battle takes place before you even get in the ring. If you want to make progress, then you've got to commit to training every day, non-stop, no shortcuts. Sometimes I forget that myself, but it's important to bring it back to the forefront and stick to your routine. After saying his piece to Amada-san, Sonata-san seems to be deep in thought. And we re-unlock his characteristic, Buff Boost.
Alright.
Of course, that alone isn't enough to secure victory. You also need to figure out a regimen best suited to your goals. Got it. Thanks for helping me out, Sonata-san. Actually, you helped me reignite my passion for this sort of thing, Amada. I should be the one thanking you.
My mistake.
Looks like I took up more of your time than expected. At least Amada got something out of it. Thanks for lending us a hand. And those are the optional hangouts that we have access to right now. I guess in hindsight, I probably should have done that at the end of the block. The section area. I forgot what these are called. This chunk of the abyss. But as you can see, once you leave and come back, all of your HP and SP is just immediately restored. So there's not really a reason to... Why is Aigis such a higher level than everybody else? There's not really a reason to push super far, with the exception of getting the Major Arcana cards, but I feel like having SP is a better solution. Like, why is the clock even remotely here? So, yeah, yet another issue that I have with episode Aigis, but let's go ahead and hop back in. Go to deepest 6. I think that's floor 9. I could be wrong though. It is the next day. Like I said, I had to poop really bad, and I figured at that point, and I might as well just finish this the next day. That thing I detected when you got to this floor. Never mind. My apologies. I'm not detecting any particularly strong shadows at the moment, but they are roaming around this floor. The shadows roaming around this floor seem to be stronger than the ones you faced before. Please be careful, Aigis. I guess I can go ahead and show off the fancy schmancy. Oh, I missed! I was so excited. Hi! I missed. Okay. We'll wait for the next battle. Oh, wouldn't be an episode without me screwing something up. I guess this isn't a new episode, but it is the same episode. Details. Who cares? It's fine. So, I did go ahead and pull back up the... Pull up the thing again? Pull up the questions again, just to give me something to talk to. This isn't, I don't know, super serious. It's not like I have a strong burning desire to answer these questions, but I feel like it's just something to help me guide the conversation a little bit better, because it is a little awkward when it's literally just gameplay and there's nothing else that's going on, because there's not really any dialogue going on, there's not really a ton of story. But the next question, I think, is lucky number 13. This is, do you think you are an introvert or an extrovert? And this is weird because I've definitely changed over the years, so I would definitely say I am an introvert, but I do need social interaction, if that makes sense. Like, yes, social interaction. Ooh, we can show off the ambush. Damn it! Like, yes, social interaction does really, really drain me, and do I really not have anything with Miragi? I don't. I must have fused it out of stuff. Oh, I probably shouldn't be on him because he's weak to ice. Anyway, I'm definitely... oh, you're weak to wind anyway. I'm definitely an introvert, and social interaction does drain me, but I do need to get out of my apartment relatively frequently. It doesn't need to be like... I mean, I don't like clubs or anything. I don't drink, so bars are not really a big thing that I take part in. But I do need to just get out of the house and do stuff, whether it's working out, like I've mentioned, or grabbing a quick bite to eat, or something like that. I need to get out of the house and interact with people, or I start losing my mind. Fortunately, I guess doing this type of stuff, the YouTube stuff, does kind of keep me occupied. I forgot I can't go over that. It does keep me occupied enough to where even if I am... Huasha! I fucking missed again. Why? I hate it here. Hi-ya! That's the ambush that I've been trying to show off for the past, like, 3 minutes. But yeah, I am very introverted in that once my social battery is gone, it is gone. And yeah, I don't handle loud things very well. Like, I remember there was a time where a bunch of coworkers went out for drinks after work one day. I was like, yeah, I'll go. Like, we've got some time off after this, so I might as well. And I was fine for about an hour and a half or so, and we were in a bar that was... the part of the bar we were in was like a smaller room, and the walls were really close, and there were hard surfaces everywhere, and it was just like sensory overload for me, and I was sitting there, and I was definitely too sober at that point, because I don't drink, and I just sat there, and I was just like staring at my cup of Coke, and one of my coworkers comes up to me, goes, dude, are you okay right now? I'm just like, it's too loud for me. And I've always been like that. Even when I was little, like I really, really, really don't like loud noises. I'm much better now. I'm a functioning adult. But I remember my parents would read, one of the books that they would read to me before I went to bed was Go Dog Go. And there's a point where, like, the character or, like, the book or whatever, it's like they scream, "Stop!" And every time my mom would get to that point, I would run into the other room because it would be too loud for me. And that's when they were like, oh, is he autistic? And I don't know. Maybe? I feel like I don't want to say normal, but I feel like I'm fully functioning on my, I don't know where this is going. I don't think I'm autistic. Maybe I am. I don't know. But I feel like I have grown out of that phase of fearing loud noises with my life, but I am going to go ahead and enter one of these Manad doors. I think I'm going to go ahead and go for the middle one. I don't like going for the large ones just because I do get worried that I'm going to lose a lot of, not mementos, a lot of progress, but I guess this is what, this is the first floor that we've done so far since I've come back and saved and stuff. I'm not super worried about it, but I don't want to get too ahead of my... Wasn't there another enemy behind him? That's concerning. I'm going to burn my oracle here. Might as well. I'll also probably burn Yukari's Theurgy here. I don't know what you're weak to. I can never remember with these different enemies. Plus, I can't see the skills. That's a good tip in case you haven't noticed me doing that. If you don't know what something is weak to, check their skills. It's usually the opposite of whatever magic skill they have. So, like, if they have fire skills, they'll usually... Okay, it's weak to wind. If they have fire skills, they're usually weak to ice, and if they have wind skills, they're usually weak to electric, things like that. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. And you've got insta-kill skills. Oh, well, I blocked that. Anyway, if you didn't have the job you have now, what would you be? So obviously, y'all don't know what my job is, and I don't want to say I intend to keep it that way, but I don't divulge things like that about myself. I try to not give any identifying information about myself. I feel like I would work really well as an engineer. I have very much an engineer's mindset, I guess, where like I'm just very good at math and science and problem solving, so I think that would definitely be a lot of fun. I would love to do YouTube full-time. I think that'd be a lot of fun. It would also be very stressful, and that's something that I've kind of learned is that, I don't know why I used Magaru there. In case you didn't know, YouTube gives you just an obscene amount of analytics for every single video that you could possibly ask for, and it is very hard to separate a video's performance from, like, I don't want to say your self-worth, but like how you feel like you're doing in terms of like this hobby. Like if I make a video and it gets 30 views and I make another video and it gets 1,000 views, it's like, well, I guess that video was just ass, you know? And that would definitely be the worst part of doing YouTube as a job. And even if I did that, it would just be hard to handle. I think that makes sense, but yeah, that's my impressions on like doing YouTube. I think it'd be a lot of fun if I could just do the games that I want to do. Like if I could just sit here and play Persona for you guys every day and make a living off of it, I would really, really, really enjoy that. I think. I hope. But it's something that's not in the cards right now. Obviously, I don't have nearly enough viewers, and that is okay. And I really need to analyze this thing. What are you weak to? You're weak to ice. Okay. I can handle that. That should be fine. But yeah, I've definitely thought about the days where whenever like I hate my current job at the time when I'm struggling with stuff. I'm just like, man, should have been an engineer, which is not a great thing to think, but it is just kind of how it goes, you know? You're not gonna be happy every single day with your job. Like, I remember one day I just had one of the worst days at work. I was just so sad. I don't even know if I went directly home. I think I went home like 8, and then I got in my car and just drove down a road for like a couple miles, and then I stopped at a church, and just like, they had kind of a field by it, and I just laid in the grass, just like looking up at the sky. I'm just like, what am I doing with my life? And then some girl like drove by and like got out of her car. She looked at me, she goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, I had the worst day ever at work. She goes, "I'm so sorry." She was super nice and like talked it through with me, but yeah. I don't know, it's nice to have those weirdly kind moments with strangers, because I feel like sometimes that just doesn't happen, and I need to get rid of that. So, I don't know, if you ever see somebody who's like down in the dumps, and even if you don't know them, you might as well try, you know? Oh, I could probably Dekaja you. I don't know, just go and try to cheer them up. You know, if they tell you to go away, then you can go away, but I don't know, I remember that a lot, of that one random woman just being nice to me, and I don't know, I would like to be that for somebody else if I could, but I don't know if that opportunity has ever presented itself to me. And this thing is it's just so spongy. Like, it's not really dealing any significant damage, and it's just taking so many all-out attacks to kill. Oh, the bullet sponges. I remember playing through The Division when it came out, and I actually, when it first came out, I did really enjoy it. But it's just like all of the enemies were such insane bullet sponges. I really enjoyed that game. I'm sad it kind of died off and it didn't do super well, because I was kind of looking for I don't want to say like a Destiny replacement, because I played a lot of Destiny in high school, but just another way to fill like that looter shooter itch that I had at that point. And I will say the good thing about The Division is their recreation of New York is really top notch. Like, I've been to New York a couple times. Obviously, I don't know the neighborhoods in and out because I'm not from there, but it's really cool what they did with that game. And I love the idea of the story, but it is, sure. Oh, I get another. I'll get the Magician. It is a little sad that series just kind of went. But I mean, I heard The Division 2, I didn't pick it up, was actually pretty good, but it just kind of petered out after a while, and people, okay, we'll give this to Metis, I guess, and it just kind of petered out after a while, which is how most live service games go. And I have heard that Destiny 2 is not doing really well right now, which is obviously, I think, is a little sad, just personally, because I invested a lot of myself into D1 way back when. No more treasure chests, so we can head back. That's really the only live service game that I have gotten into is D1. And I guess when you, like, no matter what happens, this signal, this movement, the greedy shadows, oh, greedy shadow, okay. The big hand. Can we just do this? I think this is random, but we're gonna chase it down. I always try to see, so like we didn't see it go to the left, so that means I'm gonna go to the right. I've always done it this way. I don't know if that's actually right. We're gonna find out real quick. Fuka? You're slowly catching up to it. So we didn't see it go to the left again, so I'm gonna go to the right. Like I said, I really don't know if this is correct. This is just the way I've always done it. Slowing down just a little more, don't give up. And we didn't see it going to the right, so I'm gonna go to the left. Oh, okay, well, never mind. I just skipped through that dialogue. At this point, this is in the base game, and you've seen it before, so I don't feel the need to show it. Plus, like, it's not anything special. It's not dialogue. Well, it's kind of dialogue, but I'll fear to here just to be sure. I don't want to lose this. Plus, it just makes things easy. But yeah, when you like invest yourself into a live service game and then you eventually leave it, whether it's me leaving the series or the game shutting down or whatever, it does feel like, you know, that nostalgic part of you has kind of petered out a little bit, which is sad. And I guess, like, yeah, nostalgic and also like melancholic, I feel like would be a good word for it. It's just you want to see it do well, regardless of all the stuff surrounding the game or how much it struggled when you play it. You want to see it do well just because that was such a big part of, like, that was such a big part of my life when I was in high school, is playing D1 and doing the raids and doing Crucible stuff. And I've never really found a live service game that I've gotten super into. I tried Warframe for a little bit, but I wasn't a fan of... I don't like free-to-play games. I will say, out of all the free-to-play games that I've done, Warframe is very good about not feeling scummy. Like, it does feel relatively fair. Greedy Shadow defeated. We managed to recover the treasure it was hoarding too. Oh lord, that's a lot. And 40 yen. We got the layout, although we did get the Manad door, so it's not like that was much of an issue before. What was I talking about? Warframe. Yeah, Warframe, it does feel like the best free-to-play game that I've played in terms of, like, how it handles the payment mechanics. I just don't like being locked out of content based off, like, when I'm playing the game. Like, there was a point where I was trying to craft a frame, and... God damn it, I hate ambush. There was a point where I was trying to craft a frame, and it wouldn't let me because one of the parts that I needed for it wasn't available, like, during that time frame, which is really frustrating to me. I don't like that at all. But I will say the things that I was able to craft and the parts of the game that I did play, I did enjoy. It has some of the best movement in any game that I've ever played. It's really satisfying. I just missed, like, the more mechanically driven fights that, like, Destiny had, like Destiny's raids. I really missed those. But you can't have it all. It is okay. Where are my multi-target skills? Do I just, like, not have any? I guess I don't really have any. Okay, I'll shift over to Yukari. Oh, what other questions do we have? You didn't... What is your strangest hidden talent? What is my strangest hidden talent? I guess I've talked about my hobbies. I don't know. I love Rubik's Cubes. I learned how to solve one in middle school and just, like, slowly accumulated them over time. So I've got a bunch of different Rubik's Cubes, and it's just like a fun party trick, I guess. Like, I can solve a normal one in, like, 30-ish seconds typically, and it's fun. It's also fun, like, if you see it on somebody's desk at work, that when it's scrambled and then you don't say anything, you solve it and then you just leave it on their desk. I like doing that. But yeah, I guess that's my... Oh, you have all of the skills. I would say that's my biggest hidden skill, I guess. I don't know. What else? I'm kind of somebody who, like, I have... I don't want to say, like, hyperfixations, but, like, I have hobbies that I go through kind of periodically, I guess. Like, for a while there, I missed all of them? Huh? This is a little concerning. Oh, I'm also... I'm kind of low on health on everybody. I think I'm gonna run from this if I can. You're weak to physical? For a little bit there, I built Gunpla. I've talked about loving the... Oops, sorry, I whacked the mic. I always do that. Please don't kill me. Oh, I have a terrible feeling about this. No. Please. Okay, you're not attacking Aigis. That's fine. Just... Please. No. Okay, I need to get out of here. Okay. Whew. Whoo, that could have been bad. We're gonna auto recover that. Okay, be careful with those guys. I don't know what they were weak to, and that did not help. But yeah, I built Gunpla for a little bit there. I've always liked making stuff. Obviously, I was a Lego kid, in case you couldn't tell. And I don't know. It's something that I just really enjoyed. I like making things, and like I got really into it, like panel line scribing, painting, doing plot plate stuff, where I'm like making custom parts from pieces of plastic, and then like I moved a few times, and it took up so much space, and just never got back into it. It was just, there was too much stuff involved with it, and it didn't really fit into my space. It wasn't worth it. Dude, Ken, buddy, you're killing me. I really need a one more here, somewhere. You're probably not weak to anything. You are a hand boy. Should I have burned all my theurgies? Oh, that's not good. Please don't kill me. Okay. I'll go ahead and analyze here. Weak to fire. I don't want to die. Hand is next. Maybe I can get lucky here. Please don't run away. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So, Ken has an electric skill, right? Like, I'm not crazy. He has that right. Okay, so I can use fire here to get down on the hand. What other weird things have I been into that I haven't really talked about? I think that's about it. I don't know. I feel like the hobbies that I've kind of settled in on now are... Oh my god. Ken has missed so much stuff recently. Yeah, what else? What else? What other... I'm gonna skip some of these questions. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Ooh. Ooh, that's the question that no young adults? Am I a young adult? I feel like I'm just an adult now. No younger person wants to hear. Where do you want to be? I just want to be happy. I'm not gonna lie. For the longest time, I was so worried about like doing something good or making an impact or being great at these things. I was so worried about that, and now I just want to be happy. I don't really care about all of the glitz and the glamour, the pomp and circumstance. I just want to be happy with where I am in life, happy with myself, and all those things, you know, have that sense of inner peace, and that's something that I've really... Those ideals are something that I've developed over the past 5 or so years, just wanting to feel fulfilled and not worrying about, you know, me doing something special or doing something great or things like that, you know. And maybe that's me, maybe that sounds like I am conceding to not being great. A little farther down, the path seems to end again. You're almost there, you can do this. I don't know if that sounds like I'm conceding or something, but that's just my feelings on life. I would like to have a home. Fortunately, the homes in my area are not super expensive. I also don't like big home. I am going to avoid that shadow. I would like to have a home. I feel like in 5 years I'll be... so I'll be 28 when this comes out. So I'll be 33 at that point. I feel like that's a pretty realistic goal. Fortunately, the homes in my area are really not that expensive in terms of like overall. Like they're not that bad. And I like small houses anyway, so there are a lot of houses in my area that are like, right now, they're like $200,000 to $250,000. Like right where I want to live, in a good area. I don't want to be in like a super bougie area. God damn it, Metis. Do I not have any slash skills? Oh my god. That's awful. Okay. I guess I just try to attack the downed one. Like the houses that are in my area that I want are right around that $200,000 to $250,000 range, and I would really like to have that. I'd like to have a job that I feel satisfied with. I don't want to say I'm super unhappy with my job right now, but I know it's not. I know it's not where I want to be long term. Granted, that may change in a year or two. Maybe I will change my mind. I don't see that happening though. But that's my idea for the next 5 years. I just want to be happy. I want to have a home. I want to have a job that I'm happy to have. Ideally, I'd like to be married, but I feel like that's something that I have the least control over out of all of those different things. So, yeah. Happy job, happy house, happy self. Those 3 things. Happy wife, hopefully. But that is something that is very, very, very outside of my control. Blue Sigil still can't get up. Ken has almost knocked himself out from using physical skills. Yeah, I'm not somebody who wants a super, super, super large house. I can understand if you've got like a cheaper by the dozen type of family where there's a million of you and you don't really have another option, like you physically can't live in a small house, but it's just me and my cats. I don't see that, oh, hi. I don't see that changing too much in the next 5 years. Maybe adding a wife to that, but that would literally be it. So I mean, I've got my Roomba. My Roomba cleans my floors, gets all the fluff off the ground, which is really all the cleaning that I need in this world. I don't want any more than that. I actually do all my dishes by hand. That's something that surprises, like, my family members, is that I don't use my dishwasher at all. And, I mean, I get it. I have a dishwasher in my apartment, but I don't know. It's just me. I feel like it's easier to just do them by hand and not have to worry about throwing things in the dishwasher. And that way my dishes are always clean and ready when I do need them. Like, I don't have to be like, oh, well, I can't use whatever this is because it's in the... Okay, I thought you were going to be weak to... What are you weak to, then? Boop. Let's find out. Weak to punch. You are next. Magaru, I guess. I don't need... Oh, yeah, dishwasher. I don't know. It's just nice having all of my, like my plates and my pots and my pans always clean whenever I cook. Oh, God! Whenever I cook next. It just makes things nice and easy. It keeps things tidy. And I am I'm not a neat freak, but I am a pretty clean person. I like keeping my space relatively organized. It is also just me. I don't have a ton of stuff, which is nice, especially like when I move, I don't have to take a bunch of things with me. And I'm very... people have made fun of me that, like, I'm not even remotely sentimental because I throw things away very easily. Like, if I get a letter from somebody, whether it's like my aunt or uncle or my grandparents or whatever, I look at it, I say, oh, that's nice, and then I throw it away. And I can understand how that comes across as, like, disingenuous or, I don't know, mean or not sentimental or whatever, but I like keeping a clean space, and I'm not a stranger to throwing things away. Like, if I haven't used something in the past few years, I'm just gonna pitch it. Like, there's no reason to have it. I don't need to keep it in boxes under my bed. Unless it's something like a tool or batteries or something. It just, like, worst case scenario, if I need it, I go buy a new one. It's just easier to keep things like that. I don't understand why people hoard stuff so much. This is a very large floor. Oh, because you see that chest all the way down there. Are those the stairs? Am I stupid? No, that's where we came from. Okay. Can I hit that? I can't hit that. It didn't give me anything. Doesn't matter. So we are slowly progressing. I'm pretty sure that this chunk, Cocytus, is 15 floors. So we're almost there. We're almost to the final boss of this section, which is nice. I mean, I don't want to use... it's only a 1. I've got 12. I'm gonna save it. I want to make sure I have Twilight Fragments for whenever we have to do those Twilight Fragment chests at the end of each run, just because I don't want to miss any of the items that you need for the optional hangouts that we saw earlier in the episode. I keep saying earlier in the episode. It's just a habit at this point. That we saw earlier in this block, chunk, path, whatever you want to call it. And because I remember when I played through episode Aigis on my own, I missed a couple of them, and I couldn't remember where they were, and I couldn't, like, it took me forever to go back and find them, grab the chest, and then watch the optional hangouts, which aren't voice acted, even though all of the other important things in this game are in fact voice acted, which I'm still angry that the optional hangouts in episode Aigis aren't voice acted. I think it's dumb. I mean, I get it, like, they're not gonna pay voice actors a bunch of extra money just for DLC. I get it, yeah, whatever. But I think episode Aigis, wasn't it $35? Like $35? They could have brought them back for a little bit. Plus, like, they'll probably use them for something else down the line. They could have just brought them back for that and then had them record extra voice lines and go from there. Where is the extra... Where is the door? Where are the stairs? I feel like I've been on this floor for like 20 minutes. My God. I saw that strong shadow, avoided it, and then just haven't been able to get back to where I need to go. I just want to chase these shadows and get to the next chunk and... Okay, I'm not gonna fight you. Run! It's literally right here. Oh my God. Well, we should have this floor. And we have a Menad door here. Do I want to take this on? I probably should, right? I don't really want to take on the hard one here. I think I'm gonna go easy because I don't need the floor layout for the next floor because I'm pretty sure I'll go ahead and go with Sylphid Aura. Because I don't need the floor layout for the next one because again it should, fingers crossed, if IGN had the right information. I hate using IGN. I don't know why. I've never liked IGN. They have weird... Like, I don't know. I feel like their information and their games journalism is just really iffy most of the time. I feel like it's one of those things where you... like, you look at them growing up, and then as you get older, you realize, ooh, maybe this isn't the best source of information for me. This thing has a lot of health. I probably didn't need to use the Sylphid Aura here. That's fine. Fuka's got, what, like 55 SP remaining. And please... Oh, this is Koga. I thought it was a Hama for some reason. But I think we'll be fine here. As I'm finishing up this chunk of the Abyss of Time, not last question, the next question is, what superpower do you wish you could have? I mean, I feel like if I could be a superhero, like Superman feels like the obvious answer. Like, he's only weak to kryptonite, which is not actually a thing. It was something that's just made, like, it's just made up. It's, and then other than that, you're basically just this unkillable god. I hope that like limitless power wouldn't corrupt me so much, right? Like absolute power corrupts absolutely. I would hope I would still be able to retain a sense of self, but there's no way to know, right? There's no way to know until you're actually put into that situation. I feel like a lot of us think that we would be fine, we'd be able to utilize that power for good, but nobody knows because nobody really has that. Ooh, Cannon of Sorrow. That's a sad name. Nobody really knows like what they'd be able to do in that situation. But that would be who I would want to be, Superman, because like I don't know, fly, basically indestructible. Laser beams out of your eye. Like, it's all the cool stuff, right? It's not like One superhero that I never really got is like Ant-Man, which, granted, I'm not much of a superhero person anyway, so I don't know if I'm the best source of information for this, but like, he just gets really small and really big. Like, ooh, that's a great superpower. I don't know. I never really got it. I think I'm gonna skip through these shadows here because I already have the layout for the floor, but I do want to grab this last chest here. And I feel like I'm doing... Where is it? I think I'm doing okay on levels. I don't know why Aigis is so much farther ahead than everybody. But I guess she's the main character. It's named after her, so we're just gonna go to the next floor.
Oh, hello.
Oh, there's no gatekeeper. Well, that's a nice surprise. Looks like we've reached the end of this section. Well done. Everyone's heading over, so let's take a look around before they get here. And here we are. We can see a lot of different things, a lot of sand. These are cool areas. I really like to look around. Some fires, some kind of conveyor belt type of thing, maybe. Or inverted stairs, maybe like some MC Escher type stuff. But let's walk through this door.
Well, Sergeant?
You can go. Just another one of them freak accidents. Hey, kid. Sorry I took so long. Says here your name's, Ken Amada. Is that right? Jeez. Sorry about what happened to your mom. Heard she gave her life to protect you from the wreckage. Anyway, I gotta take your statement, since you're a witness and all.
If I told you what happened, would you believe me?
Of course I would. Helping people out is our job.
My mom was murdered.
What?
Around midnight, when I got up to use the bathroom, I heard voices by the door. I looked and saw this teenager holding his head and yelling.
Hold on, you're saying he did it? But the whole house collapsed.
There was this shining, horse-like monster that came right out of him. It roared, and just like that, my mom and my house were...
Oh, a monster was it? Come on now, there's no way that actually happened. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't laugh. It's just sometimes after a traumatic incident like this, people can...
I'm not lying! I really did see it! I did!
Look, kid. It was all an accident, plain and simple. A drunk driver crashed his car into your house.
What? A car crash?
We've already found the car and what's left of the driver. Now all we need is an account of the accident.
That's a lie. You're just making that up.
Now, I know you might think so, but it's true.
Sergeant, can you come out here?
Yeah, be right there.
Wait! I really did see it!
Listen, I'm sorry for your loss, but I have to go. I hope things get better.
Liar! You said you'd believe me! Adults can't be trusted. So I'll find him myself.
The door's gone. But the first door didn't disappear. It just opened up to a new place.
Never mind that. What we just saw was...
That sure brings back memories. All I thought of back then was finding my mom's murderer. But in the end, I couldn't manage it on my own. All I could do was ask myself why he had special powers. And things would have turned out differently if I had them too. Maybe that night was the reason I started experiencing the dark hour.
Amada.
My family must have fabricated the accident as a cover-up. I'm sorry for that.
Hey, Metis! What was that all about?
What was what about? Oh, I see. Apparently, we can only witness past events if not everyone was involved in the first place. That's new.
That's not what I meant. Why did we see such a painful memory?
Huh? How would I know? It's your past.
You better not be hiding anything.
How would I benefit from that? This is just speculation, but I think the doors reflect the minds of those who pass through. That's why we were able to find a place to acquire supplies and return to the dorm directly. Right now, you wish to erase the abyss of time as soon as possible and make it out alive, correct? If so, then although what's beyond these doors may seem irrelevant, there might be a reason we're seeing it. Perhaps your time would be better spent thinking about that reason rather than accusing me.
What did you say?
It's all right, really. What she's saying is probably true.
Amada.
I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. Back then, things weren't perfect, but everything seemed so much more straightforward when we were fighting. That feeling we all shared, it just wasn't something you can get by going to school every day. Sonata-san, recently you've dedicated yourself to boxing again, right? Isn't that because you don't want to forget that feeling? Or maybe I'm just projecting.
No, I think you're right.
Why don't we just drop the subject? There's no point in dredging up the past. Don't you remember why we put everything on the line? If we stop moving forward, then this all would be a waste of time.
Yukari.
Come on, let's go.
For what reason did we witness a vision of our friend's past? No, did it advance the dialogue? No, did it advance it? Oh, alright. I've concluded my own investigation. Yamagishi will pick up the search from here. From this point on, I'll be joining the main expedition with all of you. It looks like the whole team can focus on exploring now. If you need my help, don't hesitate to call for me. Did I skip over dialogue? I feel like it did. No, it didn't. Okay, well, never mind. Guess we can talk to people. Say, Ai-chan, has Yucatan been kinda gloomy lately? Or is it just me? Yeah, she has. Right? But what can we do? I guess we should keep an eye on her. It's so hard to understand what a girl's thinking, especially Yucatan.
Well,
Losing a parent is hard, in more than one way. It was hard for me too, and I was too young to even remember my parents' faces. I don't think any of us can blame Amada for the decisions he made back then. Sorry, I didn't mean to make the mood so glum. I was just thinking about things.
Hey.
We've checked out barely any of the doors down there. We should pick up the pace. Let's try to just get this over with as fast as we can. Otherwise, we'll be here forever.
Hi.
The feeling I had when we all saw Amada-kun's memory is similar to the one I have when I'm backing you up in fights. It's right in front of you, but you have no physical body. All you can do is watch. I never expected I'd be able to share that feeling with all of you. I don't know if that's a great feeling to share. I apologize I was gone for so long. I'll be joining the expedition from here on out. You've been doing well as the leader, though. I'll try my best to make up for my absence. And finally, Metis. Obviously, away from everybody else, kind of separated off in our own little corner here. The date's different every time we go to that mall, isn't it? The store lineup is always changing, and even though everything looks the same, it doesn't feel like it. Perhaps this aspect of the mall is also being influenced by everyone's thoughts. I guess all we can do is keep pushing forward and see if we can get out of this mess. But let's go ahead and start exploring yet again. I'm going to head down into the abyss.
I've been waiting
Pardon me, could I have a moment of your time? Yes, Elizabeth? Have you noticed the clock over there? Yes, I talked about it like half an hour ago. Oh, that's a new one. You see, it was I who decided to place it at that location. Of course, that was a bold-faced lie. It actually appeared completely out of nowhere. I suspect it may prove useful somehow. Do give it a try, if you are so inclined. Okay, well, we do have a new clock here, Vermilion Clock. You can choose to copy one of your existing skill cards. They can be duplicated at any time, but it does require Twilight Fragments. Be sure to make a habit of collecting them when need arises. We can use one Twilight Fragment to duplicate a skill card, so that's why that is there. Obviously, you can't go to the shrine to do that here because we're trapped. But we do have an Elizabeth request. She gives us 5 Twilight Fragments. That's good. We have some requests, don't we? Shadow Hunting Milestone. Get a bead. A couple beads, actually. Go ahead and grab these. And I think that will be it for me today. So I'm going to go ahead and save right here. And I will catch you guys in just a second.